Zelda Williams, the fiercely talented filmmaker and daughter of comedy legend Robin Williams, has long honored her father's legacy with a mix of quiet reverence and creative fire. But in a raw, impassioned plea that cut through the digital din, she implored fans to cease bombarding her with gross AI-generated videos resurrecting her late father. "Please just stop sending me AI videos of Dad. Stop believing I want to see it or that I'll understand. I don't and I won't," she wrote, her words a gut-wrenching boundary drawn in the sand of synthetic sentimentality. This wasn't a casual request. It was a cry from the heart, born of grief's unending ache and the maddening mockery of technology that cheapens the irreplaceable. Robin's death by suicide in 2014, at 63 after a valiant battle with depression and Lewy body dementia, left an indelible void, a man whose manic genius lit up screens from Mork and Mindy to Dead Poets Society, extinguished in silence. Zelda, the middle child from his marriage to Marcia Garces, along with brothers Zach and Cody, have navigated this loss as stewards of his spirit, sharing tributes that blend humor with healing. Zach's recent birthday post: "Dad, on what would be your 73rd birthday, I remember you for all the hope and joy you brought to the world," captured the enduring light, noting how strangers still approach with tales of Robin's salvation in their darkest hours. But AI's intrusion twists this tribute into torment, algorithmic echoes that parody rather than preserve. Zelda's frustration boils over at the medium's misuse. "You're not making art, you're making disgusting, overprocessed hot dogs out of the lives of human beings, out of the history of art and music, and then shoving them down someone else's throat hoping they'll give you a little thumbs up and like it. Gross." Her metaphor, visceral and vivid, eviscerates AI's assembly line aesthetic, churning legacies into consumable slop, devoid of soul. Watching the legacies of real people be condensed down to these fabrications is maddening, she confesses, a violation that reduces a father's kaleidoscopic life to code-crushed caricatures. For Zelda, director of Lisa Frankenstein, and a voice in indie cinema's vanguard, this isn't innovation. It's desecration, a troll's toy masquerading as tribute. Her follow-up strikes at the hype. AI is just badly recycling and regurgitating the past to be reconsumed. No futures promise here but a human centipede of content, where creators at the front gorge while those at the tail, grieving families, endure the fallout. You are taking in, all while the folks at the front laugh and laugh, consume and consume. It's a scathing indictment of unchecked tech, where profit trumps propriety, and the dead become data fodder. Zelda's plea extends beyond personal pain. "If you're just trying to troll me, I've seen way worse, I'll restrict and move on. But please, if you've got any decency, just stop doing this to him and to me, to everyone even, full stop. It's dumb, it's a waste of time and energy, and believe me, it's not what he'd want." Robin's ethos, authenticity over artifice, kindness over clicks, would recoil at this. His career, a whirlwind of improvisation and empathy, thrived on human connection, the ad-libby genius that turned Good Morning Vietnam into gold, the heartfelt hugs in Mrs. Doubtfire. Fatherhood amplified this. He doted on Zach from his first marriage to Valerie Velarde, then welcomed Zelda and Cody with Marcia, instilling a love of laughter amid life's lunacy. Post-loss, his children have become custodians. Cody producing documentaries, Zach advocating mental health, Zelda channeling sorrow into stories that honor without exploiting. AI's creep into mourning underscores a cultural crossroads. As tools like deepfakes democratize creation, they erode ethics. Zelda's stand echoes broader calls, from artists decrying copyright theft to ethicists warning of emotional erosion. For her, it's personal. These videos, sent with misguided goodwill or malice, reopen wounds, forcing confrontations with a father's face frozen in false vivacity. "It's not what he'd want," she insists, invoking his disdain for the superficial, his championing of the genuine. In this digital deluge, Zelda's voice is a beacon, firm, forgiving yet fierce. She doesn't rage blindly, she reasons, urging decency over disruption. As she forges ahead, perhaps with projects that weave her heritage into horror-tinged tales, her plea lingers: respect the dead by letting them rest, create from inspiration, not imitation. Robin's joy was irreplaceable, so too must be our remembrance.